Hello YouTube, welcome back, welcome me back. What is this? What? Woo! I am AC, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. This last year was the hardest of my life, as I know it was for many of us. But I'm back. I felt like it was time to come back and do some videos, show some stuff, make some stuff. And I wanted to do that for y'all. I missed y'all. And thank you while I was gone. I got a lot of messages saying just kind of like business as usual, like love your stuff, love this, questions this, how do you do this? And I got to talk about that during my hiatus. But I'm back with a new video series. I thought, hey, let's just keep this simple. So this is called Nothing Fancy. What? Nothing fancy there. Definitely not fancy. Nothing fancy here. Nothing fancy here.
Nothing fancy.
What? Nothing fancy here. Nothing fancies. Nothing fancy here. What? So for my first video in this nothing fancy era, I thought I would show the process of how I made my Egoom the Everyday Robot. This Egoom the Everyday Robot holds a lot of meaning for me. Egoom is the love of my life, Mooj, backwards. You'll see her at the end of the video. And I lost her in January, but she is always with me. And so I'm glad I was able to make this little guy. This is 100% Super Sculpy. It's the first 100% Super Sculpy figure I've ever made in my life. He is part of, the reason I made him is because he is part of the Chidrawgo Kickstarter, I Like Robots. What is that, you ask? What it is a magazine / comic featuring over 170 pages, over 40 artists, all contributing robot-related art. That was my contribution. I ended up casting about 25 of these guys, and they were given away at one of the tiers. They went like lightning. But not to fear, there's tons more. I've never figured out how to say that right. There's tons more robot stuff at the Kickstarter, the I Like Robot Kickstarter site that you can still back, contribute to, and support. Some of which is my custom Machine Man, which was at one of the higher tiers. It was also grabbed up pretty fast, but still available is my custom ROM Space Knight figure made in the 1984 Mattel Secret Wars style. Custom base, all these cool weapons. He moves around, he does the thing, robot dance. He also comes with more accessories. So that's available at the Kickstarter as well. I'm not here though to necessarily sell you on that, although it would be great if you went and backed it because it's an awesome endeavor that I contributed to and I'm a part of, as well as my brother Joe Crone and Eric Green from at Chidrawgo. So I'll have all the links below in this video. What this video is about, as I stated previously, is my Egoom the Everyday Robot sculpt, which I did in Super Sculpy. Read the directions. It's that simple. Nothing fancy. I can't tell you anything I haven't already that you can't read on here. I can't tell you anything that you can't read on here. I can't tell you anything more than what you can just read on here with your eyeballs. But in this first video, you're going to see a couple tricks and tips. I used wire armature. I used this flimsy wire to make an armature inside the robot to keep him in one piece. I sculpted him in pieces and put him together on the armature. And I also used some Bacon Bond, or this is called Oven Baked Clay Adhesive by Sculpy. They don't sponsor this video. Sculpy, if you're out there, give me a call. Also, I used some tin foil over the top when I baked it in order to not burn it, because I baked it in a what you call your toaster oven, and it worked beautifully. So you can do that. You can do it in the big oven. Just read the directions, like I said, and don't hold me accountable when you burn your house down because you didn't read the directions. I also baked it from the ground up, so from the feet up, because it needed a solid foundation. If you went the other way, it would fold over and sag over as you baked it. We don't want that. So in this first video, you're going to see the sculpt and how I sculpted it. The second video will be how I made the 2-part silicone mold for Egoom the Everyday Robot. And the third video coming later will be how I cast in resin Egoom the Everyday Robot. There he is. So, without further ado, go check out how I did it. I'll be back. we doing? Is it recording? So I hope that was helpful. Thank you for checking it out. As I said, if you like to support and back the Chidrawgo I Like Robots Kickstarter, you can check out the links below in the video. If you have any questions, be sure to post them below that below the video. Below the video. I will blow the video. Yeah, I just blew the video. Below in the comments, leave a question if you have a question. I will gladly answer them. And as I said, this really cool ROM custom figure that I made is still available at this Kickstarter. I need some oats. If you would like to support this channel directly and see more videos more often, now that I'm back in it with nothing fancy, join me on Patreon. That's patreon.com/actoydesign. It is the home of my Patreon exclusive podcast, You Like Toys. We just hit episode 60, which I'm super proud of. It's an amazing community. We do Q&As and behind the scenes on all of my projects, including that ROM, including Egoom, including everything I've ever made and will make. I also do put all my tutorials there, and it's just a really cool community. It's also the only place that I take commissions is on my Patreon. And as always, thank you so much for joining me on my comeback video. It's nice to be back, and I'm sure this is a mess, but like I said, it's nothing fancy. Let's do a comeback thumbs up. Yeah. Ooh. Nice. Get down here, you can see them right there. Get some oats, y'all. That's really important. Get some oats. You got your thumbs up, you got your oats, and we're set. Egoom, we good? Right on. Thank you, Patreon supporters. Sit, Muji, sit. Good dog. What? I'm actually in this photo. I'm on this side. I got cut out. I'm on the other shoulder there, you know, like this.